Hi there, I'm Mark Sebastian, founder of OptionPay.com, and this is the Vol Report. Well, we had VIX settle today, settled 1029, and you can see it is up today. But what is interesting is look at the VIX future. I mean, it's basically unchanged. You know, it got down to about 11 and a quarter yesterday, back to 11 and a half. You know, we've got tax reform, all sorts of other stuff driving things. But I think the big driver is look at the indexes today. So here is the Dow, here's the NASDAQ, here's the Russell, and here's the S&P 500. Now, you tell me one of these things is not like the other. One of these things just isn't the same. And the answer is NASDAQ. It's down over 1%, while the Russell's up almost 1%, and the S&P and the Dow are both up. I think it just goes to show you kind of how the market is moving around. Amazon, the like mega cap Amazon, richest guy in the world, Bezos, is taking on the chin today. And the reason being, partially, Autodesk got smoked yesterday on their earnings, but it had already started to fall off. I think it probably got a little ahead of itself in terms of how great the Christmas season was going to be, how much money they were going to make. We here at OptionPay did have a little trade on. It's not, this is a 10 lot, folks. And it's not doing so terrible. It's one that we kind of like. You can see that's pulling everything else down, though. Applied Materials down 7%. They're a chip company. Apple, cloud, Alibaba, making their money on the cloud. Google down over 2%. NVIDIA down 5%. So the chip makers, all the hot tech names, all the quote-unquote high beta names are taking it in the chin. Meanwhile, take a look at the financials. Goldman, up 1.5. JP Morgan, Citigroup, all the financials are up. All financials are up while the NASDAQ is down. Is it going to be able to pull everything red? I think it could, but I don't think things stay that way very long. Certainly doesn't seem like pricing that way at all. I would be a fader of this heavy move. Although, like you said, you can see that it is pulling VIX a little higher, right? But, you know, the real question is, how long will they let these things go? At some point, there will be the buy the dip. I don't think with these big tech names, you can stay short very long or play them short very long before they completely turn around. And that kind of seems to be the case with, you know, what I'm seeing today. Yeah, you know what? They're getting smoked right now, and it's a big algo trade. But like I said, I don't think it holds very long. The rest of the market's green. So, you know, if and when that turns around, which is more of a when than an if, it's going to be a nasty move. So I would be a profit taker here. Other things that I'm watching, I'm going to look at like some more boring names today, GE. You know, some of the less interesting names, because I think there's some opportunity there among some of these industrials, among some of these value names. At some point, they're going to be stronger, and I think we've got a pretty strong case in point today. But with the Russell up like that, it's going to be very difficult for the S&P to stay down. And I think you'll eventually see, not the NASDAQ get green, but I think it's definitely going to bounce here. I'd be a buyer. All right, folks, you got questions? You can email me, mark@optionpay.com, or call me 888-TRADE-01.